Let us see the session. Now the question here is, what is an object? Object is nothing but a table in a regular database. In the regular database, you call it as a table. In the Salesforce, we call it as a object. Any data you want to save in the Salesforce, that will be saved in objects. Any data you want to save in the Salesforce, that will be saved in objects. There are two types of objects what we have. One is a standard object, second one is a custom object. So what do you mean by a standard object? Objects created by the Salesforce are called standard objects. Objects which are created by the user as per his organizational business requirement are called custom objects. Anything that is created by Salesforce cannot be deleted. Any object created by the Salesforce cannot be deleted. Any object which you created according to your business requirement, they can be modified or deleted as per your choice. Now, let me give you a quick points here. Everyone is able to access these notes, right? So what are objects? Objects are nothing but regular database. Objects are used to store the data in the database. Objects are used to store data in the database. There are two types of objects. Standard objects. So what are the standard objects? Objects created by the Salesforce. These objects cannot be deleted. Standard objects can be customized. Objects created by the Salesforce are called standard objects. These objects cannot be deleted. Standard objects can be customized as per business requirement. Standard objects can be customized as per the business requirement. Example: account, contact, lead, these are some of the standard objects. Account, contact, opportunity, lead, user, profile. custom objects. Objects created by the user as per his organizational requirements. Objects created by the user as per his organizational requirement are called custom objects. Custom objects will have an extension of __c. Example, we have what was that? Loan __c, person __c, payment __c. This is what? Custom objects. So custom objects will have __c after the object. Custom objects will have __c after the object. Next, in how many ways we can create a custom object? We can create a custom object one is standard navigation. Second one is schema. Third one is metadata SOAP. We can create a custom object in three ways: standard navigation, schema builder, metadata SOAP API web service. These are the three ways. Third one is a programmatical way of creating an object. First two are declarative way of creating. The third one is a programmatical way of creating a custom object, that is using web services. First two are declarative way of creating an object. Using first two methods, we can create a custom object using a declarative format. The third format is using a SOAP API web service. We can create an object by using SOAP API web services. So let us go to the first one. What was that? Standard navigation. So what is the standard navigation? So I have classic. In classic, how do you create? Setup, build, create, object, new custom. Setup, build, create, object, new custom object. Right. Now, first let me see this. What was that? Setup, build, create, objects, new custom object. Once again, setup, build, create, new custom object. This is for what? Classic. If you go to Lightning, we also need to understand how we can create this in the Lightning also. So if you go to Lightning version of Salesforce, What was that? Setup, setup, platform tools, objects and fields, object manager, create, setup, platform tools, objects and fields, object manager, create, custom. Right, boss? Tell me the navigation. Setup, platform tools, objects, object manager. This is the navigation. If you go for a classic, setup, build, create, object, new custom object. Lightning also, setup, platform tools, objects, object manager, new custom object. Then we understand one by one step. First, I'll give the theoretical information, then we'll see the nodes. Once you click on this, the process is the same, only navigation is changing. So, setup, build, create, objects. So, in this, I'm going with a customer object. First, go with the label name. With what name object will be displayed on the UI? With what name object will be displayed on the UI? If you take a UI, on the UI, with what name the object will be displayed? Plural label. What is this plural label? Now look at this. Now this is the database. In the database, there will be so many tables, right? This is the database. In the database, there will be so many tables. Employee table, student table. Already. Right. Like this you have created. This is the table. Now when you open this table, you got these tables. But if a user want to open this table, how will you open? If user want to open this table, how will you open? Is the user. If user want to open this table, how will you open? Then for this table, they are going to create one tab. For every table, they will create one tab. So when user clicks on this tab, this object will open. When user clicks on this tab, this object will open. So what was this? If user want to open a table, I want to enter a new record, I want to edit a record, I want to delete a record. When user want to perform an operation on the table, he has to open that table. So how the user is going to open that table? By clicking on tab. When you click on the tab, corresponding table will open. Let me give you an example of it. Now, when I click on accounts, accounts page open. Then I can create a new record, or else I can open any one of the existing record. So if you want to open this account, we are clicking on the tab. When you click on the contacts tab, contact table open, where we can enter the data, modify the data. I hope you are good with this, right? So what was this? If user want to interact with the object, if user want to interact with the object, if user want to open a record, user want to delete a record, then we require an interface. What is that interface called? Tab. So on the tab, what is the name that is displayed? It is a tab for accounts, tab for a contact, tab for a solution. If you look at this, what is that? We have what? Plural form. Right. It is not necessary that always I have to give accounts, students. If we give same name, easier for us to understand. This tab belongs to this student, this table. If the table name and a tab name, if both are same, it is easier for you to know which one will open. If I give ABC, if there are 100 tabs, will you remember this tab is for this table, this tab is for this table? We find it difficult. If we give the same name, easy to relate. Okay, when I click on student tab, student table will open. Contact tab, contact table will open. That is the reason we give similar name. It is not necessary that you have to give similar name. There is no rule saying that account table should have accounts tab only. But we give the similar name so that easy for you to recognize it. I hope I am good with this. Right. So what was that tab? It is an interface. The name that is printed on the tab is called as plural label. What is a plural label? For an object, you have a tab. The label that should be printed on the tab is called plural label. Everyone is good? Followed everyone? Right, boss? Followed? Be a bit responsive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Now, let us go to the next one. So we had customer, object name, actual name of the object with which we are going to refer to that object. Programmatically, if you want to refer to this object, then we give description, anything of your choice. Context sensitive help setting. Context sensitive help setting. Context sensitive help setting. What was that context sensitive help setting? Boss, every object will have a tab. Every object will have one help. On the top of every object, we have a link called help. There is a help. When I click on this help, when I click on this help, document is getting opened, which will show the information about help. When I click on the help, it is opening some documentation. This will show information about the help, like some information about this object. So every object will have a link called help for this page. When you click on that link, help document will open. When I click on that link, help document will open. When I click on that link, help document will open. Are you getting my point? When I click on that link, help document will open. Now the question is, with respect to this object, we have this link. With respect to another object, we'll have another link. Now, help for this page is different. Help for your page is different. Now they're asking, Satish, you are creating your own object. On your object, there is a link called help. When I click on that help, which page you want me to open? Are you going to design your own help? Or should I open the same help what I was giving for every object? On every object, Salesforce was opening a standard documentation. Do you want me to open same help window, or are you going to create your own page for it, which is called context sensitive help? With respect to this object, with respect to this context, with respect to this object context, when I click on the help, which page need to be open, which is called help context, context sensitive help window. I hope I am good with this. Context sensitive help window. Open the standard salesforce.com and type. If I choose this, Salesforce standard training and help window will open. If I choose this, we can choose any one of the Visualforce pages. I have already created some pages here. Okay, application notes, admin page, some pages I created, right? The document will open. Are you getting my point? I told object notes. If somebody has a problem with this object, when you click on that, object notes will open. I hope you are good with this. Okay. So this is what? Context sensitive help. If I choose the first option, what is happening? Salesforce standard training window will open. If I choose the second, your custom page is going to open. I hope you are good. Okay. Next, record name label and a format. Every object that is there in the Salesforce, on every object, Salesforce is creating one standard field. What is that field? On every object, Salesforce was creating one standard field. Every custom object you create in the Salesforce, every custom object you create in the Salesforce, there is a standard field called a name field. There is a standard field called name field. Now, this is a mandatory field. You cannot leave this field blank. You are supposed to enter this data. Every custom object what I create, Salesforce will create one standard field which is called name field. By default, this is a required field. Nobody can leave this field blank. You are supposed to enter the data. Right. So, if I say name, people may consider as a student name. But already there is a student name, right? If I say name, student may consider as a name. So, what happened? They said required, whatever the data that is mandatory for me, that data I will store in this field. So, what I want to store? Student ID. Here I want to store employee name. Now, what exactly you are trying to store? Because Salesforce created the field, if I display the same field, people will be confused. Here in this table, in the name field, I am going to store student ID. In this, I want to store invoice number. Are you getting? Field is name, but in that field, what data you want to store? Right? Are you getting? So, with the what label, name field should be displayed on the UI. With the what label, name field should be displayed on the UI. That should be defined by record name label. For the record, name field label is what? Record name label. Record name label. Basically, this field, it will accept two formats, text or auto number. Name field accept what? Text or auto number. The name field will accept what? Text or auto number. So basically, the name field will accept text format or auto number. Name field will accept text or auto number. Name field will accept text or auto number. Text means what? You are supposed to enter the data. Auto number means what? Okay, when you go to online application, your application number so and so. How it is coming? Some auto generated. When you go to ATM, your transaction number. So what was that? It's auto generated. If you tell the format, system will generate the number, which is called auto number. I told student ID E0 indicate one digit. Start with 1. So what happened? Whenever a new record is created, we have invoice number. So it is generated. Invoice day is 23rd, month 08. You specify the format. Based on the format you specified, we are going to generate the number. I hope you are good with this. People have followed this, right? Okay. So the name field will have text or auto number. Text means we are supposed to enter the data. Auto number means system will generate the number as per your requirement. Auto number means system will generate the number as per your business requirement. I hope you are good with this. So here I had customer. Starting with 1. Meet your mic, Surya. Online people, meet your mic. Surya, meet your mic. Right, boss? I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good. So the name field should be displayed with what label? What is the data type of the field? Next, we had optional features. What are these optional features? These can be enabled or disabled as per your requirement. These can be enabled or disabled as per your requirement. Allow reports. What is this allow reports? Allows you to create the report on the data what you create. Allow reports allows you to create the report on the data what you created. Allow activities allows you to create a task and event. Every checkbox is one topic. Okay. Allow report allows you to create the report on this table. Allow activities allows you to create a task and event on this table. Track field history. Now they want to know who modified the phone number, when they modified, what is the old value, what is the new value. So when you say track, any change that you make on this field will be stored in a separate table. Okay, phone number is modified. Satish modified phone number 123424567 on so and so date. What is the old value? What is the new value? Who modified? When did he modify? Everything is tracked. This is called track field history. Tracking every change that you make on the field. On which field you want to track? You have to tell. You have to tell on which field I want to track. There are 100 fields. All the 100 fields I will not track. There is some sensitive data. Let us say passport. I want to know who modified this passport. So if there is any sensitive data, any change that is happening on this sensitive data, I want to track. Such type of data, I will say track field history. Okay. What is the last one? Allow in chatter groups. If I enable this, I can use this object in chatter, communities, and chatter post. If I enable this, I can use this object in chatter, communities, and chatter post. Then object classification. When I say object classification, what does it mean? Is it a lightning application object or enterprise application object? Lightning application object means what? It is used for single page application. Is this object is designed for single page application or regular application? Right. If the three options are enabled, If three options are enabled, it is enterprise application object, your regular application. No, if any one of these options is disabled, it becomes what? Lightning application object. Lightning application is single page application. Lightning application object means single page application. I hope you are good with this. Deployment status. What do you mean by deployment status? Deployment status. When I say deployment status, is this object is deployed, ready for use, or not deployed? When I say in development, boss, this object is not ready for sharing. Object creation is done, but it is not ready for sharing. Only administrator can see this. Who can see this object? Administrator. If I say deployed, the process of creation of object is done. The process of creation of object is done, and everyone can see this object according to the security model of object. Now, the process of creating the object is done. This object will be accessed by everyone as per your organizational business requirement. The process of creation of object is done. The process of creation of object is done, and you can see this object as per your organizational business security model. Right. Search status. Now, look at this. The data what we have in this table. Now, I was able to search for this data which is there in the account object, I can search from here. Now, you have created your own object. Can I search the data in this object from global search? Whatever the data you are going to store in this table, can I search this data from the global search or not? Yes, provided if I enable this. If I enable this, data in this table can be verified or searched from the global. Please mute your mics, everyone. When you join the session, please mute your mics. All right, allow search. Then object creation options. What are these? These options are available only at the time of creating an object. Once the object creation is done, you cannot enable or disable this option. These options are available only at the time of creating an object. Once the object is created, you cannot enable these options or disable this option. What are these? Object creation options. The process of object creation, only at the time of creating an object, these options are available. Once the object is created, neither you can disable or enable. What are they? One-time object creation option. Add nodes and attachments. This will add nodes and attachments on the object. Where I can upload documents and files. Related to this record. Second, launch a custom tab wizard. Once the object creation is done, immediately it will take you to what? Tab creation page. Once I select this, once the object is created, it will take you to tab creation page. Once the object is created, it will take you to tab creation page. I hope you are good with this. Once I created, look at this. Customer __ C. This is the object. What is the standard field that is created? Name. What is the field here? You have created a name field. But how it is displayed? So what was this? Record name label. The name field in the object is displayed to everyone as a customer. I hope you're good with this. So name field is displayed to everyone as expired. This is what? Label. What label is this? What label is this? Record name label. What label is this? Record name label. I hope you are good with this one. Okay. Let us go to next one. When you click on edit, everything you are able to see: label name, plural name, description, context sensitive, record name, optional features, object classification, deployment, search status. But last two options are not there. I told you those options are available only at the time of creating a object. Once the object is created, neither they can be enabled or disabled. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Once again, I'll go for one more. So, what is the exercise you are supposed to do? You people are supposed to go with just type recruiting app in Salesforce PDF. Implement this project. From 34 page you'll be having. So start creating these applications. So create this. Create this. Whatever the topics I'm covering, along with the topics, just complete these projects. Whatever the topics I'm doing, along with that, try to complete this exercise. Now, what was this object? Position custom object. The position custom object, what is the label name they are asking you to create? Position, positions. Then they're asking you to enable. In the data type drop down list, select a text. You're supposed to select a text. Then, okay. Then allow reports, allow activities, allow search, track field history. But they are not okay. What they are not enabling here? Allow reports, allow activities, allow search, track field history. Then, right, boss? Go back to this. What I'm doing here? Setup. Build, create objects, positions. Then, no. What they ask you to give? Position, name, just as for the documentation. I'm just following this to tell you to implement this project. Whatever the documentation is given, just follow those. Position title. They ask you to give text. Allow reports, allow activities, activity. Charter group, they didn't say anything. Allow. I'm not enabling any one of these two. Now object is. Alright. I hope you are good with this. Similarly, they're asking you to create Next, position object is done. Then we have candidate object. Just follow this documentation. Now see, I can simplify this and give you. But the problem is, if I give a simplified Excel sheet, now you don't understand how to understand the requirement. If I give it in the Excel sheet, you simply make a DDP operation. When you make a DDP operation, you'll become a typist, not a developer. When you go through the documentation, study, read the documentation, you understand how to gather the requirement. How to gather the requirement. That was you are supposed to do, because most of you are going to put experience here. So it's not only knowing the navigation, it's also knowing how to understand the documentation and implement the requirement. This is what is important for us. So I don't want to simplify this. I want you to download this PDF and go through the step-by-step procedure and implement it. You have a habit of reading the documentation. Am I clear? Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Right. So go through the documentation, go through step by step, read the documentation, understand the requirements, and create it. So the purpose of you to implement this is to understand reading of document, gathering the requirement, and implementing it. Right? So you should have the patience to go through it. So everyone, what is the file?
Up to what?
Whatever the
Up to what
topic,
phase, sir? Correct assignment.
whatever, no,
The object.
hold for a minute, boss. Whatever the topic that I am covering, go to this document, search for the topic, whatever that is available, implement it. Right. Now it's your responsibility to go through the documentation, find out what are they, and implement. I'm making very clear. I can make it or share a simple study of a document, which is having an Excel sheet of saying 4 tables, 4 labels, 4 names. Okay. My intention behind not giving the Excel sheet is to tell you to go through the documentation. So the biggest trouble what the people have. So what we have done here in this case, we have created a objects, position objects. Right. Now once again I'll create, setup, build, create objects, new custom object, payment, auto number, hello search. Now what is the last one we have? Launch new custom. When I select this option, click on save. When I select the option, click on save. Now what happened? It came to what? Tab creation page. It came to what? Tab creation page. It came to tab creation page. I hope you are good with this. It came to tab creation page because I selected the last option. This is what? Creation of object using standard navigation. Now using schema builder, let us say setup, build, note, look at this, build, schema builder, clear. So what we have here, element, drag and drop, hello reports, activities. I hope you are good with this. What did I do? Elements, enter your data, click on that. So this is the second way of creating. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good with this. So schema builder and standard navigation. The second one. Then theoretical information. Object creation, right? Okay, no issue. Right, this is what we have discussed. Objects, standard object, custom object. What we have seen with the creation of custom objects. So what was the step number 1? Enter the object label. Objects are displayed on the user with the object label. Plural label, the name that is displayed on the tab. Object name, context sensitive help. Fifth one is record name label and data type. Then we had next optional features, allow reports, allow activities, track field history, allow in charter groups. Then what we had? Object classification. If I enable all the three, that is a enterprise application. If I disable any one, it is a right click. Deployment status, in development, deployed. Allow search. If I enable this, you'll be able to. If I enable this, you'll be able to search for the data from the global search. Object creation option. These are available only at the time of creating an object. Once the object is created, we will not be able to enable or disable them. I hope you are good with this, right, boss? I hope everyone is good, right? The same theory. Instead of typing it again, I am copy pasting it. People have followed this, right, boss? Just giving copy paste of this. So let it be lightning or classic, the format is the same. Step 1, enter object name. Right. Step 2, enter plural name. Plural name is name with which object should be displayed. Step number 3, right, object name. The name of the object with which you are going to refer to. Context sensitive help. What is the context sensitive help? What is that context sensitive help? When you click on the help, what is the page that should be opened? When you click on the help, which page should be opened? How many pages are there? Standard page or custom page? Standard page means Salesforce created help. Custom page means whatever we have created. Then we had record name label. What do you mean by record name label? Right? Every object we create, by default, Salesforce is creating one standard field, which is called name field. How that name field should be displayed to everyone on the UI. That is defined by. Right. Next, we had how many types of data types are accepted? How many types of data types are accepted? 2 types. What are they?
2 types.
Text or auto number. Text means you are supposed to enter the data manually. Auto number means system will generate the data based on that what we have entered. Based on whatever you have entered, system is going to auto generate the data. Right. Now formatted. Stands for month. DD stands for day, year. Whatever the format you mentioned, based on the format, system will generate the number. Okay. Next we had what was this? Optional features. What do you mean by optional feature? What do you mean by optional features? They can be enabled or disabled at any stage of the application. They can be enabled or disabled at any stage of the application. What are they? Allow reports, allow activities, track. Do you want me to create a report on this data? Do you want me to create a task or activities on this data? All this. Now, object classification. What are the object classification? Boss, is it a lightning application or enterprise application? If all the three are enabled, enterprise. If any one of it is disabled, lightning. What do you mean by lightning? What do you mean by lightning? Lightning means, what do you mean by lightning? Lightning means single page applications. Okay. In development and deployed, what does it mean? In development, deployed. In development means, boss, you can, the process of development is done, but nobody can see it. Only admin can see it because it is not ready for sharing. It is not ready for sharing. Deployed means process of development is completed. Everyone can see the object as per the security model of your application. Right. As per the security model of your application. I hope you are good with this. I hope you are good with this. Clear for everyone? Okay. This is a
Yes, sir.
creation using standard navigation. How to create a custom object using a standard navigation. I hope everyone has followed these steps. I hope everyone has followed this step. Right, Amma? Good for everyone? Right. Then what is the next way of creating? Schema builder. Right. When you want to create a one by one object, you'll go with a standard navigation. When I have 40 objects, I cannot do all these steps at a time. First, I'll use schema builder, create the objects, then go and manage permissions. Schema builder, first it will create an object. Later, we'll go and manage the permissions. Okay. Now, question is, how many custom objects we can create? How many custom objects we can create? How many custom objects we can create? Depends upon the edition. Unlimited edition, 2000. Enterprise edition, 200. Developer edition, 400. Professional, 50. Now, object will fall under which part of MVC? Object will fall under which part of MVC? Model or view or control? Objects will fall under which part of MVC? Model. Always the database will fall under which part of MVC? Model part of MVC. Always the objects falls under which part of MVC? Model part of MVC. Okay. Now, how do you recognize the object? How does the Salesforce recognize the object? Salesforce will recognize the object based on ID. For every object, Salesforce has given 3-character ID. For every object, Salesforce has given 3-character ID. Based on that ID only, Salesforce will recognize the object. Look at the point. Accounts. What is the ID they got? 00. 001, it is coming to what? Account. Contacts 003. Case 500. Now look at this Salesforce 001. Take it to what? Account page. Take it to what? Contacts page. So the Salesforce will recognize the object based on ID. Are you clear about this format? Are you clear? Every object will have 3-character unique ID. Account 001. Contact 003. Then we had user 005. Opportunity 006. Profile 00E. Lead, order, case, solution, and loan. Are you getting my point here? So, what is an object? Object is nothing but a table in the regular database. Object is nothing but a table in the regular database. Whatever the data you want to store in the Salesforce, that will be stored in the object. Now, in the last session, we created documents, right? Document is also an object. We are storing some files. Company information is also an object in which we are storing the data. Any data that you want to store in the Salesforce, that we are going to store within a object. Right? How many types of objects we have? 2 types. So what are they? Standard object and a custom object. What do you mean by standard? Objects created by Salesforce are called standard. What do you mean by custom? Objects created by the user are called custom. So standard objects are accessible to, standard objects can be modified but cannot be deleted. Custom objects can be modified or deleted. How do you know it is a custom object? Underscore underscore C will be there, right? So what do you mean by context sensitive help? What do you mean by context sensitive help? Boss, any object will have help. When I click on that link, there's some document will open, which is called help document. With respect to this object, which document should be open, which is called help. Context sensitive help. Hope you are good. Clear? So that's all from my end. We'll continue the next session. And I hope everybody remember the exercise what I told. Right? You can do that. Chalo. See you all in the next session.